Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wide receiver going in motion. The give is to Miller. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got a man, it's Miller. Breaks into the open. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Flushed out of the pocket. This one's complete. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And the good news for the offense, there's nowhere to go from here but forward. No gain on the first play.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
To the air, it's Carr. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
This time he's got his man, and he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Now on the option. Now the pitch. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
They'll line up to go for 2. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Sends it back in motion. To the air, it's Simpson. He's going up top. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
To the air on 2nd down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. give out of the gun. Turning it on. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Looking for the 2-point try. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Alabama.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. They'll run it to the right side. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the 1st quarter. They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to run for it. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
To the air on 1st down. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this.
There he goes! And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Simpson. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
They'll move the wide receiver. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. Past the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
That makes the score Notre Dame 29, Alabama 0.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
On the ready? Pound 55.
On the option. He'll toss it. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Good enough for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ringo. Jackrabbit.
They'll give it to him again. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Fires to the big fella.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short.
42 Spider.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Finds his tight end. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on 1st down, open up the entire playbook.
And it just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.